So yesterday morning, actually, let me start with right now, right? There's no time like the present. So I'm sitting on my patio, and it's absolutely beautiful, unbelievable. I slept late to like 9 o'clock in the morning. I never sleep till 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's because I woke up in the middle of the night about 3. I'm not sure why. And I went out in the backyard, and it was beautiful, but it was raining. It was just gorgeous. And then after that, I went in the garage and just kind of looked at my guitars and thought about things, and played played an electric guitar that I actually built, that I was thinking about, had planned to sell. But after I played it, I said, I can't sell this. So then I woke up at 9, and I've got my flare. My flare. So, I'm not sure how the camera angle works on this. So if you don't know about a flare is a mechanical device where you use leverage to create pressure to create a shot of espresso. And it makes an amazing espresso with crema without having, like a super expensive espresso machine. I think I got my flare used from a friend for like $60, and that's great. They're about twice that much new. And then I have a frother, and I froth a little bit of milk because I like to taste the bitterness of the espresso shot with that kind of sweet. Milk is sweet, right? In Ayurveda, milk is considered a sweet food. Anyhow, it's amazing. So I woke up at 9 and went in and made an espresso. It's Friday, so it's my morning to work out at the gym. But the world was and still is completely frozen. So the windshield of my car was just frozen with with rain that had frozen into sheets of ice. And then I stepped out in the patio here, and it was so beautiful. Like, I'll turn my phone and see if you can see. I don't know how well you can see or what you can see, but it's just like the rain fell and froze, and now it's melting. There's our little kitty Mizu, who I am absolutely in love with. She's adorable. I'm allergic to cats, so I don't really touch Mizu, but I am absolutely in love with her, and she knows it too. So you can still see over there, like the surfboards, and in the shade, that's all ice and frosting. But then where the sun is shining, it's starting to melt. And then the droplets of melted water look like little, diamonds. And then the mist as the ice evaporates. So anyway, I was like, wow, I just have to be out here this morning. It's too beautiful not to. And then I had this idea yesterday. To do like a 5-minute video that I'll post on my YouTube channel. And it's, I think most people, it seems like in 2025, want to be YouTubers, and they want to get likes, and I guess you make money somehow by doing that. That's not my intention at all. I could care less about likes or subscriptions. I think this is more a way to chronicle these times. And I don't mean for this to be political. I'm going to let it, whatever I feel like talking about in my 5-minute musings, maybe that's what I'll call it. That's what I'll talk about. It could be anything. It's hard to avoid politics right now, right? February 2025, we have a new president. making probably the most drastic, or attempting to make and making probably the most drastic changes I've seen in my lifetime. And I'm 64, so I've been through quite a few presidents. So it's interesting to watch and to decide like when to get involved or not to get involved, and how to get involved if I were to do that. God, it's beautiful. So yeah, that's the idea. Is maybe just do a 5-minute update every morning. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, and post it. And I'll mention. So yesterday I probably made like about 8 or more attempts to do this. But every video was like, 15 minutes long or 30 minutes long, because I'm a storyteller. So once I started talking, one thought would come up, and that would take me on this tangent to some long anecdotal story. I'm not saying they're not interesting. I'm just saying, and I'd be like, oh, what was I talking about? Then I'd come back to the original thread, and then I'd go off again. It's good to be alive. There's a nice cool breeze blowing on me, and it's just so good to be alive. Such a beautiful planet. It's nice to be in a body. I'm not sure how we discovered coffee, but I'm glad we did. All right, well, maybe that's it for today. That's already almost 8 minutes for 5-minute musing. And we'll see what comes up tomorrow. We'll let it unfold. All right, well, thanks for... Hopefully my friends are watching this. Thanks for stopping by for a cup of coffee on the patio and sharing this moment and this beauty. I don't know what you're going to do today, but my plan for... And I have to admit, for the last 4 days, either I haven't been feeling well, or maybe I have... like some level of sad, what is that, seasonal something, I don't know. Because the last 4 days I just haven't felt great. And this morning, so I didn't work out on Wednesday, which is kind of shocking. And it's Friday, so it's time to work out. So I hope I'm going to get my big boy pants on and go to the gym. That would be terrible if I didn't. But, I'm just going to listen to my body. Hey, Mizu. Because in the big scheme of things, I don't know. Does it matter if I go to the gym today or not? Or does it matter that I sit here and listen to my body and feel kind of wonderful just sitting here, being still and quiet? At night when I go to bed lately, the last 3 or 4 nights, I've been doing something I call being with my core. And all that means, being with my core. I think that's the term that came into my mind. All that means is that I take my awareness basically down into my gut, into my core, and I just let go. And I let go of all the peripherals, and by peripherals I mean my mind thinking about stuff. So am I thinking about my surfing trip that I plan to take in the beginning of April? Am I thinking about my pedalboard build? Am I thinking about my amp setup? Am I thinking about songs I want to practice for the band? Am I thinking about ideas I have? And I pull back from all of those. I just let those go, because I know that's my mind just doing what minds do, trying to find ways to keep me engaged with my mind. It's like a tricky coyote, like the trickster. My mind just wants to find ways to keep me busy. And so I just let that go. And I call those things the the peripheral, the peripherals, the periphery. And I go into the core. I'm with the core. I just focus on my breath and that empty place in my gut. And I just feel so good. Like bliss. It feels amazing. So I've been doing that. Last night, though, I let my mind just go and take off, fantasizing about my ears are stopped up, fantasizing about the surfing trip I plan to take in beginning of April. Like, so in my mind, in my fantasy, I mapped out where I would stay each night. I imagined myself making coffee in the morning on a picnic table, making pancakes on my little stove, making hot dogs and hamburgers for dinner, and driving from campsite to campsite from Oregon to Baja. I think I'll probably go as far south as K38 in Baja. All right, that's enough, right? All right, tomorrow I'll see you for coffee and a 5-minute musing, maybe. Ciao.